Hey, what up boys, back with another game of Unranked to Challenger. This game I will be playing versus Kassadin using the Rune page setup that I used in the last video. For those of you that missed it, here's the setup. Arcane, Mana Flow, Transcendence, Scorch, Cheap Shot, Ravenous, Ability Haste, AP, and whatever defensive stat you need. I'm versus Kassadin with a Ignite, so this is going to be pretty easy. I think the elo I'm playing in right now is probably still silver 1 or gold. Let me just double check real quick. But I went Sapphire instead of refillable, instead of corrupting potion, because it's a lot easier to abuse this guy than it was to abuse like a champion like Azir, you know. So that's how it is. So what you want to do to Kassadin early is you just want to play for mana flow. If you're playing in Challenger, if you're playing in low elo, you can go this rune setup, and by low elo I mean anything like plat and below. And you can just abuse him like this. You have to get the auto off for the cheap shot damage. Look at that damage. It's just 23, 33, 34 extra damage. Alright, this guy's just walking into range of me. I should be a bit more punishing, but it's my first game of the day, so. Vomit procs. If he ever walks up to auto like this, you should always auto back. Don't let him auto for free. Like, this guy's just sitting here. When he goes for this next one, best opportunity to trade with them is when they go to last hit. This applies for every elo. When people are last hitting, that's usually when LCS players and pros will try to land their skill shots, because that's the only time it's basically guaranteed. For example, like Syndra Orianna, they'll try to use their Qs when the enemy is in the middle of basic attack animation for last hitting minion. And this guy is going to be pretty killable soon. Just keep poking. I'm not focusing too much on CS at the moment. Because, well, I mean, you should be focusing on CSing. I'm just a little out of it right now. But, yeah. And this guy has a big wave to deal with. This is even going to meet up with an... Oh, that's painful. Auto. Most of the damage, half the damage I've done to him is probably just from auto attacks too. And he has a huge ass wave that he has to deal with, and he has Ignite, so I might just be able to kill him under tower here. The key factor, right, is that you get your E on him. I'm gonna back up real quick. Yep, nice. He flashed same time as me. And obviously, if you're versus a jungler that's not Rengar, something that ganks a lot more pre-6, I don't know, like maybe a Xin Zhao, Graves, whatever, right? Then you have to actually ward and be a lot more... Oh shit. And be a lot more mindful of where the jungler is. But this guy's game is essentially over right now. He's level 3. I'm level 4.5. And he just lost like 10 minions at the very least. So this guy is kind of screwed. He's pretty dang screwed. And with my lead, I want to snowball probably my bot lane and top lane. We'll see, whatever seems good. I can also just keep killing this guy. As you can see, he's just really not respecting. And he's just losing most of his health for it. Try to land the bounce. It's not worth trying to like land the skill shot on him if there's just minions nearby. Always go for the minions, it's more guaranteed. Shove out. As for the purchase, or items you purchase, these three are always a really good trinity to have. Sapphire, Tear, and Dark Seal. I mentioned it before and I'll mention it again. Dark Seal is really, really broken. It gives you up to 65 AP, which is 1400 gold value, all for the price of 350 gold. I don't know why, but Kassadin's kind of running it. Yeah, I don't know. Okay then. Interesting. So the one thing I don't like about Comet, I will say, is I'm really immobile. Like, really, really immobile. bit so I'm mostly just playing for shove. It's not like I can really kill him, because I don't really have mana for it, or the damage right now. I'm just gonna base. What a high elo player will do, let's say like D1 Master Plus, is they're gonna freeze that wave on you, so you can't just reset for free. But I think anywhere below like Diamond 4, they won't actually realize how to freeze, so that's one thing you can do. If you know how to freeze, that's a big tool you could use in your low elo games. So what he would have done is he would have just held the wave there until this wave, the one that's already, these two already here, met with the cannon, and then I would lose like the whole wave before I got back to lane. Because my minions would kill their minions and I'd be losing EXP and CS. Gold. Alright, now that I'm back to lane with quite the amount of AP and mana, I can play to kill this guy. He has no flash. Okay, I might be able to kill him here. I think he's still dead. Damn. Skill shots are hard. That's why I always recommend you guys EEQ in team fights. Obviously there, it's a solo kill situation, so I just have to EQ, but in team fights EEQ is really good so you can keep up with people. They're kind of griefing a little. Yo, Riven, can you do something, man? What the? Alright then, let's base. So I held my W. I got the E applied on him, but I held my W until my E was closer to being up. That way I could actually chain the skills and not potentially miss a Q, you know. I think the best thing about Ryze is half his abilities are targetable. Right, so it's pretty easy to land them. The only thing you gotta worry about is a Q. And getting rid of as many variables as possible, such as like aiming, is pretty good. I think with Ryze, the biggest things the biggest concepts are like positioning and mana management and cooldown management, like knowing what order to use your spells in. So Ryze is a pretty good champion to like learn the game with. I think Faker said it like a few years back, but champions like Ryze and TF he recommends newer players to learn first, so you can learn about cooldown management. Because it gets rid of like learning how to aim and all that, you know. Like, the champion I would recommend though to learn is like Syndra. Syndra and Orianna. Those champions will never, ever, ever, ever leave the meta. They're just too reliable now. Poking. Oh, I can kill this guy once my W comes up. Okay, well he left my my range before I could actually kill him. It's just not worth using my flash there, so I didn't go for it, obviously. Note how I stalled my W just a little bit so I could get my EQ off, so it's off cooldown. And it's not like he had any way to get out of my snare range either. He ulted in, right? Whenever Kassadins ult in, that's a 5-second cooldown. So just do with that knowledge what you will. If you can trade him in 5 seconds before his ulti comes back up and not lose any health for it, then go for it. If you think in 5 seconds like he'll have backup and be able to do something to you, then you should probably walk away from his range. This guy might kill himself? I'm not sure. It's not worth flashing to kill him, although he's very low. Don't get baited. Like, do not get baited. The worst thing that could happen is I flash in, he ults away, and then I just die to tower or lose my flash for no reason. I just want to be pretty smart with your cooldowns. Anyways, I just get straight up mid tower here. This is something you can do in low elo. You used to be able to do this in like an even challenger and Grandmaster like 4 years ago, but because the game has changed so much, where it went from like a bit of a solo focused game into more of a team game, throughout the years, right? Oh, he lives. I should just take him the chance. Maybe I can just flash on him if he stays. The only thing I have to watch out for is Rengar. Right, he has enough health to just survive my W. Try to go for it. It's still not worth flashing there because I'm pretty sure Kassadin has his flash. And he just flashed away, and then my E may or may not kill him. Oh shit. Yeah, see, if I blew my flash that deep into enemy territory, I would have died for sure. Anyways, I'm gonna buy my favorite mythic this patch, Luden's freaking Tempest. I'm gonna sell this for fillable actually, and I'm gonna get Sorks. This is the strongest spike for Ryze. Actually, not the strongest, but this is a really good spike for Ryze. Luden's plus Sork Shoes is really good. I have 24 penetration. My next item is gonna be Archangels, as per usual. Like, Ryze just gets better and better the more items he gets. I think this spike, Seraph's Embrace, is probably the best spike for Ryze at the moment. Like, you do so much mid-game damage. After that, you'd either go Banshees, Zanyas, or Death Cap. So either Banshees or Zanyas, and then Death Cap. You can get Death Cap if you're like not getting threatened at all in team fights. But in general, it's better to get one of the defensive items first because Ryze is just so squishy. Has no shield, has no way of surviving, has no way of kiting. I can kill this guy. Oh, farewell then. I think Rengar was over here. Okay. Pal. Oh crap. Same thing as last. Oh my god, I'm probably dead here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was scary. Kind of rude, but I'm gonna snag some gold from this guy, just a little bit, just cause so I can afford this thing. And probably a pink ward too. I'm sorry, Riven. I do what I must. Yeah, this is how you would shut down a low elo Kassadin, because like these guys are just playing for like level 11, level 16, right? But they don't know how to lane. That's why they're playing Kassadin. They're just praying to God they make it to 30 minutes without being interrupted, right? So it's really important you shut this Kassadin down, whatever you're playing as. Obviously, it's a lot easier to do it as an AD champion, but honestly, anything beats Kassadin in lane. Literally anything. And if he starts to play really aggressive at level 6, just call your jungler, spam ping him. Even if he doesn't listen, just try. At least try. I know there's a lot of junglers that never listen in low elo, and they just kind of grief you, but it is what it is, you know. Ignite. Q. Alright, not bad, not bad. Just take their jungle. Take it all, baby. As you can see, there's not too much macro involved in this game. Like, in GM Challenger, right, I would just like move to sides and get my teammates ahead. Like, they would not just let me free shot for free, absolutely. But right now, because of my lead and they don't know how to actually like punish me, right? And it's not really their fault. That's just the, like, they haven't learned it because they haven't played long enough, most likely, or they didn't bother to learn it. Like, the main difference between myself and a player that is not high elo would probably be knowledge and mechanics. Mechanics you'll just develop over time, assuming you're actually like improving every game. Like, the most important thing is to improve. It's not to like be good in the first place. You know, I didn't get here just by being born, man. Like, I started in Silver 5 and I had like Bronze 5 MMR. I played my first like 600 games in Bronze 5 and Silver 1 MMR. My first 600 ranked games, you know. And obviously in those 600 games, I didn't really learn that much. Didn't learn too much. But over time, I started to learn. This guy really just tried to smite. This guy is really upset. Oh my god. That guy was actually trying to flame me in the champ select before the game loaded in. He's like, oh, you're not a challenger. Because I was asking for a lane swap with a Zillion, and I'm like, yo, if I could get mid please, that'd be nice, otherwise I'll dodge. And then this guy apparently thought dodging is like griefing or something. What's wrong with this guy? A weirdo. And we got the tower. And okay, watch. You guys haven't been able to see my AP for a while, but here it is. 288, right? Once I get 6 more stacks of this, it's gonna go up to like 300 something. 380 probably. Something like that. I'll probably just kill this guy if he wants. Oh, only 360 actually. I mean, it's still a big chunk, right? This thing gives me 190 AP. That is insane value. So, this game, like regarding what I did, where I just like hard carried just by sitting mid and killing this guy and winning trades, I'd say you could probably do this all the way up to like platinum, mid platinum, or high platinum. So, and obviously, Comet makes it so much easier, but Comet will fall off the later you go into the game. There's some wards. Yeah, I mean, as a Ryze, you should never struggle versus Kassadin, in my opinion, unless he just goes to lanes and gets like 5 kills from the side lanes. I don't think you should ever be struggling as Ryze into Kassadin. Especially because you can build Banshee's second item now. Like, he shouldn't be able to do too much to you. If he... like, 1v1s, I suppose he should win, right? But even then, you can still win them. But in team fights, you can just, like, snare him, and he's kind of just stuck there for his team, or for your team to hit him, you know? Sag. Trying to swipe that from him. Anyways, there's no need to really spend. If I were to go spend my gold, I'd honestly just be flexing on him, right? Like, I can just end the game without having to spend. And yeah, let's see what I can do here. I can probably port Shelly into the base. Oh, okay, well, the game's over. So, key concepts of this game, Shelly's glitched out. But the key concepts for this game is, one, like punishing Kassadin with her auto attacks whenever he goes into range and all that, right? And then number 2, like being mindful where their jungler is. Obviously, this game is so easy because I was versus a Rengar who doesn't gank pre-6, but if you're gonna be punishing your lane opponent, you have to know where the enemy jungler is, not die to ganks. Number 1 thing is that you don't die early game if you want to be a good carry. And yeah, honestly, I think that was it. We kind of just won through laning. They just let me do what I wanted. Obviously, if they came to punish me mid, I would back up, right? But they didn't really do that, so just keep that in mind while you guys are climbing through the ranks. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. See ya.